I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
That's a damn church right there. That's time for the church, son. We about to have an eyes wide shut church party in the basement. Dude, that's what they call an after party. Y'all ever heard of the after party? You know what I'm saying?
I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
I put my key in the ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. I put my key in the ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Sippin' on poking wrong. I'm like, so what, I'm drawn. It's a freaking weekend, baby. We about to have some church.
I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
That's a
I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
That's a damn church right there. That's time for the church, son. We about to have an eyes wide shut church party in the basement. Dude, that's what they call an after party. Y'all ever heard of the after party? You know what I'm saying?
I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
I put my key in the ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. I put my key in the ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Sippin' on poking wrong. I'm like, so what, I'm drawn. It's a freaking weekend, baby. We about to have some church.
I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal. I was born in Romania in a Christian family, Pentecostal.
That's a damn church right there. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion.
But the Dark Ages was a time when black people ruled Europe. So when you go into the real history, you'll see King James was...
That's King James right there. That's James LeBron. That's King LeBron right there.
black. He was not a white guy. You'll see his whole lineage of kings.
Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion.
Who was a homosexual himself, who was in love with his sister Lucretia, who they made the image of Lucretia to be Mary. And that became the Renaissance era. Lucretia.
So hold on, you telling me Lucretia? That's a black name right there. How you gonna say that the people that was framing the black people were also black? That don't make no sense. Lucretia is a black as hell name. Lucretia. The church even allowed it, you know what I'm saying? The church allowed for straight pimping that have been suppressed. that have been suppressed. Listen to my brother. In the 1500s, it was legal to be a pimp. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion.
But the Dark Ages was a time when black people ruled Europe. So when you go into the real history, you'll see King James was...
That's King James right there. That's James LeBron. That's King LeBron right there.
black. He was not a white guy. You'll see his whole lineage of kings.
Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion.
Who was a homosexual himself, who was in love with his sister Lucretia, who they made the image of Lucretia to be Mary. And that became the Renaissance era. Lucretia.
So hold on, you telling me Lucretia? That's a black name right there. How you gonna say that the people that was framing the black people were also black? That don't make no sense. Lucretia is a black as hell name. Lucretia. The church even allowed it, you know what I'm saying? The church allowed for straight pimping. But that have been suppressed. Listen to my brother. In the 1500s, it was legal to be a pimp. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. Black kings, black bishops, black players, people of the chocolate persuasion. is back on the beat. You're under arrest. Your content is shit. Oh, wait. That's that super ass gay dude. iDubbbz. That's Content Cop. I'm Hot Cop. I'm here to tell you how to look good. And to do it with some pizzazz, with some style. Put a little sass in them pants. Welcome, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. As my people say. It's been a minute. It's been a minute because saying we had a trip. We were on a journey. We went on a mystical quest. We went to the dork side, to use the term of Theo Vaughn. We went to the dork side. We encountered the dork lord. And I'm happy to be back in the purple scissor throne. Welcome, everybody, to The Limit. Today, we're going to do the part 2, the much anticipated part 2. I know y'all been waiting a while, but we had a lot going on. I know you're fussing about your books. When's Esther Hollywood 3 coming? It's coming, dude, I promise. Chill out. Chillax. It's me and Jamie doing orders. Okay, this is a home-spun business. This is an organic grassroots business. We don't have the former army of boomer slaves that we used to have at our previous house. We had boomer slaves that just do whatever I say, boomer slave. We got old people putting them to work, working their fingers to the bones. Well, we don't have that here. We don't have those luxuries. Some of y'all are spoiled. Like Saddam Hussein's milk. You're spoiled. Okay, we had a functioning sweatshop in the basement. That's where I got this slick polo shirt. Looking preppy as hell. Looking like a douchebag on the in an 80s movie. Looking like Robert California, douchebag level 9. We don't have that. We don't have that luxury everywhere. Okay. Some of us have to work for a living. We can't all have a army of boomer slaves and relatives that are homebound that we put to damn work. Oh, I'm a homebound senior citizen. Oh, I fought in the war of Vietnam. Get your ass in the basement and get to sewing. Sew me a damn polo sweater, you lazy ass boomer. Listen, when I'm running shit, these boomers that messed everything up, it's going to be a different lesson. The tables have turned. You think you're just going to lay in an old folks' home that I'm going to pay for? Shit, I ain't paying no Bitcoin for your old folks. You're going to be working. Okay, I'm going to roll you in there. You can roll your oxygen tank with your rolly chair, and I'll roll you in there in the basement. You can start sewing. Sew me some damn polos, American-made Ralph Lauren. That's how we're going to compete with the Asian markets and with the Gucci markets. Me and Ralph Lauren have teamed up. We're going to have an army of boomers down there. I mean, what else are they going to do? Oh, we'll sit and watch Fox News. Now get your ass in the basement. It's already sweaty down there. Start sewing some damn jeans. Put your hand to the grind, son. I mean, Pop. Pop, get your ass to work. I'm gonna enjoy that too. I'm gonna be a harsh taskmaster too. I'll be like, oh, you thought you were teaching me lessons. You thought when you got into your advanced age, you were just gonna chill. Oh, I'm gonna chill and watch football and Fox News. Hell no. Unless you can roll yourself up the basement stairs. Your ass about to be sewing in the sweatshop in the basement. With a whole army of boomers. I'm going to recruit the whole neighborhood. Everybody's boomer dads and moms. Get your ass to sewing. I want to see 25 polo sweaters if you want your ramen noodles at the end of the day. And by the way, I'm going to lower the ramen noodles down through a hole in the ceiling. They don't even get to come up. There'd just be a bunch of boomers rolling their wheelchair over, getting it, all fighting over a big pile of ramen noodles. Just like a big pile of ramen noodles just falls to the ceiling. And the boomers got to fight for it. to survive. Which is almost my own private Boomer Running Man. There's Boomer Running Man in my basement. I'm just kidding with you. I don't know how we got onto that. Something about differences at the other house to this house. I forgot what we're talking about. But we're going to be talking about part 2 of the book you're not supposed to read. You ain't supposed to read this. Why you got that? That's a $2,000 book. Why you got that? Well, I have contacts, son. I have people that hook me up with stuff. So I got hooked up with this secret, illegal book. I mean, it's not secret. I mean, it's secret because it's damn $2,000 to get a copy of it. But you can read the PDF. Well, I finished it. So we went on a journey. We went on a quest. We met the Dork Lord. I'm joking. We met Kat Von D at the end of this quest. Came back. That was wild. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Went with Kate and Neil of Dirt Poor Robins. And then we went to deeper into this quest to a damn, well, I won't say, but it was fun. We had a quest and we successfully completed that quest. We have leveled up. Need to not what? I need to not what? I love the smack talkers in the chat. Y'all are something else now. Something else. Anyway, let's get back to biznatch because I am a little sick. I did get a little bit of a cold. So I'm a little out of it. I'm a little loopy if you haven't noticed. But some of y'all I didn't notice because I'm loopy every time we're live streaming. I mean, this is the normal me. There's no like off camera. People say, what's Alex Jones like off camera? The same as on camera. There's no difference. It's the exact same dude. Well, it's the same here. I'm the same mofo. Guys who want to support the stream, you can do so through the super chat function. Streamlabs, of course, doesn't take a super chat natively through YouTube if you have to. I'm loopy, not because of any drug. I'm not on any drug. I am on the drug called the cold virus, whatever that is. Not the coof, but the cold virus. Just a cold 48 ounces of HIV virus, baby. I'm full to the brim of HIV. I caught the HIV while I was riding around in the Kentucky, Indiana countryside. I got the HIV. Rolled down the window and I breathed in some HIV positive. Now, I'm positive I got the HIV positives. But that's why I'm in such a good mood. People talk down AIDS and HIV all like, oh, AIDS. Well, nobody talks about the fact that it puts your ass in a happy ass mood. That's why they used to say people that were happy were gay. G-A-Y. It just means happy. And hence, the HIV virus. Yeah, there's some downsides to it. You don't have an immune system. But you're happy as hell. So, enjoy it while you got it. Where's the super chatters at? Everybody's being a damn stingy as hell. Are you not glad I'm back? We got a vibrant, living audience of usually 1,000 to 2,000 people. Tonight is just a bunch of slackers, a bunch of poor slackers. All the pores in the audience. The pores. All the pores. Did you eat today? Pores. I wonder if there's ever been a rich dude that was actually like that. That would actually be kind of funny if there was a rich dude that arrogant. You know what I mean? Like, oh, did you eat today? Did you enjoy your dirt sandwich? Like, who actually gets off on being like that? That's just weird to me. But somebody will clip that and be like, look at how he really is. Look at how he is. The dude that says I'm a trans is back too, by the way. Yeah, I went full Tom Segura, right? I went full Tom Segura. Let them eat Debbie cakes. That's what I say to y'all. Let them eat Debbie cakes. Look at all this cold brew I got. This is not bubble water. This is a damn tankard of cold brew. It looks like oil or something.
Yeah, a Bond villain, like a Bond villain, a gay British Bond, poofda, a gay British Bond villain who just all day long just laughs at the pores. That's kind of funny. All right, let's get back to this book, because this is actually a book channel. This is actually an intellectual channel. This is a high tier channel. Somebody said the other day, this is a lot of silly. Where's the channel? Do you have a channel where you do serious content? I'm like, this is it, dummy. Now, Planetary Society. Changing Images of Man, as we saw in the first half, we got up to the chapter that dealt with pretty crazy stuff for the establishment. Now, if you don't recall, this is an establishment textbook from 1982 for the elite bureaucratic class. This is people going into international relations, people going into State Department, people going into, being heads of universities, foundations, NGOs. This is a textbook for that class of people. It's not for you pores. It's not for you people eating your dirt pies or whatever it is you string together with your string cheese and your patties or whatever it is that you make with flour and dirt and meal and water, whatever that is. That's not what these people eat steaks. We left off with the book talking about, okay, we've discussed all of these issues. How are we going to craft a new image, a new icon for man? By the way, if you would hit like and share. Now, see, when I start dissing y'all, the money starts coming in. It's a weird, it's a weird kind of human psychology. I start making fun of the pores, and then the money pours in. It's just weird. It's human psychology. Human behavior. I'm going to start singing Bjork. Human behavior. That's human behavior, man. Look at it. Here comes look at this money rolling in. More like super catheters. Ain't no super chatters. Bunch of stingy super catheters. Anyway, so the book said, okay, we've got a planetary society that we've set up, or that we're going to set up. This is page 117. For the new image that we will create of man to foster a smooth transition into a benign post-industrial world, then eventually a planetary society. Yes, you heard me right. Planetary society. You can't make this up. Okay, there it is right there. So you see, I'm not interpolating. It's real. They list the phenomena and the things that will be necessary. This is kind of where we left off when we were down in studio with Alex a while back. We left off with page 126 and 27, which talks about the promotion of theosophy, the promotion of perennialism, the promotion of various occult techniques, processes, and Teilhard de Chardin. We all know about Teilhard. Rosicrucianism, the Vedas, all of this, sort of pseudo esoteric stuff, which is all really not that deep or not that esoteric when you actually read and get into it. That's what they posit as the religion of the future man. So changing images of man requires a religion to transition man into the new planetary society. And that's why the religion of the future requires channeling entities. Yes. Channeling entities. So we're pretty much in line with what Father Seraphim Rose wrote in Orthodoxy and the Religion of the Future. This book is kind of the proof that that's exactly what he was spot on about, was this. Do y'all like this vibe we got here? We're straight up hot cop today. Name a hotter cop on the internet. Exactly. Now, don't forget that the other thing that surprised me about this text when we actually got into it was how many times they cite the actual MK Ultra doctors. I mean, it's like chapter after chapter. A couple of the chapters were basically nothing but MK Ultra doctors. I mean, it's all John C. Lilly. It's all B.F. Skinner. I mean, he's just adjacent to that. It's all Jose Delgado, Abraham Maslow, who actually was MK Ultra doctor. It's all of them. And of course, a lot of Carl Jung. Carl Jung is in there everywhere, of course. And Okay, what is this saying? Oh, Arthur Kessler came up quite a bit too, right? Ghost in the Machine. I didn't expect that. What is the God that's going to be pushed? The self. The self is God. So even the self-help stuff ties into this, right? Like ultimately this low tier, garbage tier self-help crap is really just kind of the outer portico of this stuff right here. By the way, thank you guys for all the generosity just turned on. Everybody turned on their generosity switch. I love it. So when I'm going to start roasting y'all because that's what turns on the generosity switch. They cite Jonas Salk. We covered Jonas Salk extensively. Wow, that dude was off the hook, psycho. We covered Arthur Kessler. They cite Mircea Eliade, the famous Romanian comparative religion scholar, whom we have cited over the years. William James, Norbert Wiener. Interesting, because cybernetics plays a key role in this. And the return of hierarchies, right? Where's hierarchies, you know? I can't do I got a cold and all my impressions are messed up. This is not fun because I love my impressions. And just having a minor bit of cold has basically destroyed all the impressions. They don't work. They don't sound like, it doesn't sound like Peterson. But there actually is quite a bit of like Peterson adjacent stuff in here too. Well, what's the new ethic for the new image of man? An ecological ethic that promotes post-industrial limits to growth. It's a new paradigm. A new teleology. Oh, all that stuff Jay talks about. Paradigm warfare. Look at that. Booyah. Paradigm warfare. Again, I did not expect this to talk about basically presuppositional paradigm stuff. And a lot of the book is about re-engineering and retooling people's presuppositional paradigms. Yes, you heard me correctly. Didn't expect that. Christianity, as we said, is too exclusivist. Thus, it must be made pantheistic, universalist, and get rid of the old Judeo-Christian tradition. Now, obviously, I know the term Judeo-Christian can be definitely interpreted in a fake and gay way. They are not being that precise. They're just basically saying anything to do with Bible stuff is out the door. So craft a new type of Christianity or anything that is non-exclusivist. So notice the thing that's problematic about Christianity is just simply capital T truth. It posits objective truth. It posits that the self isn't God, that there is a God, and that you must submit to the truth because that's the only way that you can actually flourish. And it posits an evil apophaticism. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's what they say, page 141. They're not calling it evil, but they're saying like, we need the Far Eastern philosophies of Hinduism, Buddhism, all those types of things, which is kind of stupid because if you know Buddhism is all about you eradicating and annihilating the self. At the same time, 3 pages earlier, they say the God of this new era is the self. Yeah, but you just said to get rid of the self. Well, I mean, we're not looking for logical consistency when it comes to these texts because keep in mind, although this is an admission text at many levels, it's also a propaganda book. This is a high-level book above most of the normie level propaganda, but this is a high-level book for the elite class. It's propaganda for them. So you understand, just like in Brave New World, and Huxley even talks about this. If you pay attention to Brave New World, he talks about different classes get different propaganda. The proles don't get the same propaganda as the alphas in Brave New World. And I mean, I would know because, I'm alpha and sigma at once in one hot cot right here. It's self-evident. That's the only thing that's self-evident. I don't believe in self-evidence. We've critiqued that many times. But look, let's be honest. Like me as a high cop, that's self-evident, dude. Come on. Right? We got to be flexible here. That's just true. I just presupped your standards of beauty. You didn't even notice your whole paradigm just collapsed because you got refuted by hot cop. You're under arrest for fallacy, son. Get your ass to logic jail. The thing also that I noticed in the second half of the book that I didn't expect was the book is very concerned, and this is curious is the best way to put this. The book is very concerned to give the appearance of not wanting us to go into the dystopia. So even though it posits all this dystopian stuff, literally the book is like, okay, but how can we have like a cool DMT bro Burning Man dystopia world and not 1984? I'm not kidding. That's the purpose of we want a post-industrial world where people are, microchipped and whatever. But how can we make it like fun and a party or whatever? Let's make it like that, but with like an orgy, right? So they're very conscious about wanting Brave New World and not 1984, right? Because in Brave New World, you got rights to everybody's booty, dude. Do you know that? Now I start telling y'all that, people are going to start wanting Brave New World. Because, I mean, it's mandated touching of butts in Brave New World. You know that, right? Like, you don't get to say, no, I'm not interested in you, Mr. Trans Man. No, you got to be, you can't legally turn, it's an illegal move. And the hot cops will come arrest you if you try to say, you can't get in my butt. No, you don't own your butt. Your butt is owned by the collective, dummy. What are you, a fascist? Butts are collectively owned in this society. I have a right to your butt, dude. Give it up. I'm not kidding. That's what's in Brave New World. Well, they talk about that in this book. And that was crazy. Now, I'm not talking about touching butts. They don't really talk about that. Which is interesting because I would have thought they would cover sexuality. They don't cover it very much in this book. That's interesting. I don't know why that would be. Because you would think the changing images of man would require some discussion of the future of sexuality, which presumably would be, mandated touching of butts. But I don't recall them even really talking about that, but maybe I've skipped over a section or read too fast and I just didn't notice it. That is a curious element missing, but also maybe they skipped it because that's where people come from. And this book is all about no new people. So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. So they lay out what they think will be transition stages to get to the Burning Man version of the post-industrial world. How do we get to that? Booty police. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a hot cop I'm the booty police. You're under arrest. I don't know what that is. That's just the sound. That's the sound the booty police make. I mean, it's not going to be a siren. It's got to be something a little more, horn toot like, because that seems like the booty police would have that obviously over sirens. You don't put a siren and a butt together, but a horn and a butt makes perfect sense. It's like toot toot, right? But like there's got to be stages, dude. You can't go from where we're at right now to post-industrial world without 1984. Like if you try to do it right now, it would be 1984. And the book says that. So it becomes very concerned with a smooth transition. To the post-industrial DMT bro festival kid world. That's what they want. They want before I met Jamie, I almost went on a date with this techno chick. What's her name? She was in this techno band. We didn't end up going out on a date. But she plays these festivals. Like, not just techno festivals, but like certain ones that, You know how, these like EDM festivals have these themes of like, universal consciousness, that kind of stuff, right? Like that kind of a festival is literally what they're talking about in this. And by the way, there's actually a section where they talk about techno. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? They're talking about like 1982. They're talking about like techno festivals. What is the name of that band? I just went blank. Oh, I know. I did not end up going on a date with this person, but this is like their band was playing live, and I was like, this is exactly what they're talking about in Changing Images of Man. This is it right here. Festivals, dude, like this is what they have in mind. This is it. This is the future of the Changing Image. It's like, is this the Matrix? Remember when they have like that big EDM rave orgy in the Matrix? It's like that, dude. That's it right there. There you go. Perfect. What does this sound like? I don't even remember what it sounds like. Yeah. Wow. That's actually a cool song, by the way. But this festival stuff is just freaking cringe, dude. It's lame, man. What the hell is that, dude? Is that a maypole? But like a fentanyl maypole with a bunch of like drugged out losers. It's a merry-go-round, a wooden merry-go-round. What is that? A worm or a fish up there? A fish worm? This is. You put some clothes on. Y'all look ridiculous. Don't nobody want to see a bunch of greasy, skinny soy upper torsos. Maybe at the festival they do. I don't know.
We are the thirst of cyber evolution.
Anyway, am I on the right page? Is that people even seeing that? Yeah, you are. It's actually a cool song though. I actually do like this song, but I did not go on a date with her. There you go. That is literally the future they describe. I'm not kidding in Changing Images, man, even down to the point of mentioning techno. Okay. Let me just find the techno section because, and you guys know I love techno, but the Illuminate Confirm basically say, we want to take over techno, dude. We're going to have like the coolest, like, we're going to set up some 808s, bro. It's going to be like turntables from hell, dude. Where's, oh, here we go. It's actually on page 157. They mention the promotion of Moogs and synths. I guess the Moogs didn't work. The Moogs went away though until the rentals. Remember the rentals brought back the Moog from the cars? Woohoo! Anyway, Moogs and synth and techno. They say in the footnotes, perhaps if you update Azagoli's works with Youngblood's expanded cinema and suggest new musical and art forms for global audiences through the use of the Moog and satellites, you can provide the world stage for transformation. That's why every freaking techno festival is like World Citizenship Transformation Festival Consciousness with DJ Dong Butter, right? It's like all the same global techno consciousness. I mean, they've been that since like the 90s too. Remember there's even a bunch of techno songs from the 90s that are just coming back to me now that are all like global citizen consciousness. Oh, dude, what was that one? It was like, is it Infected Mushroom? Is that what I'm thinking? I can't remember what I'm thinking of, but you get the idea. There was a bunch of these, right? Jamie, do you remember those festivals that we were talking about doing a podcast on techno festivals and you found a bunch of creepy ones. Do you remember what that one was called? Yeah, anyway. By the way, when I quit all this internet bullshit, I will be a DJ, and we've already picked out that I am DJ Dong Butter. Get ready for that. Y'all saw the picture. It's going to be hype. It's going to be lit. So while I sit here and diss all this stuff, I'm going to be a hypocrite and go do it. Y'all love that wigger laugh. I know you do. I know you do. By the way, there's a new Sam Hyde Show episode out with John Rocker. I don't know if you guys watched it, but go watch it. And I don't know what the next one is that's coming out. Changing Images Man. I think I mentioned on I don't remember if I mentioned this when I was covering it with Alex or whatever, but it actually mentions Quigley. As you guys know, we've lectured through the totality of Tragedy and Hope. It took us a long time to do 16 hours of lectures. We read 1,300 pages. It's still up, still available. You can subscribe and pay for the full lecture series through Tragedy and Hope. But they cite Arnold Toynbee and Quigley about cycles of civilizational transformation, which is interesting. I did not expect that. And the creation of a new mythos. And that's really what we're talking about, is moving the stages of transformation that occur on an individual level to the macro. Now, bros, how many times have I told y'all this? The studies they do on the individual and the individual psyche, you can export that to the macro scale, the micro prosopis to the macro prosopis, because whatever is true of the individual man, you can then amplify to the collective and the collective unconscious and all that. That's true. And they discuss that all the time in these elite texts. That's why we talk about it all the time. You think I did, he's just making that shit up. He's just pulling it out of his butt. Toot, I'm a booty cop. And that's an illegal move. You're under arrest. I don't pull nothing out of my butt. Ever. That's why I've got birthing hips, bro. It's just been building up. I mean, I don't need a Brazilian butt lift or whatever that's called. Because, I mean, it's just stacking up back there. People think they're like, how do you get birthing hips, dude? I'm like, that's not what you think it is. Stages of a New Paradigm, studied and mastered. Monomyths from Joseph Campbell is all appropriated here, as well as other types of processes, such as the stages of psychological dissolution and disintegration. What? Yes, you heard me right. Page 150 talks about breaking down the individual, disintegration of the individual. Comparing this to the hero in the monomyth out of Joseph Campbell and Carl Jung. But then applying that through the works of Abraham Maslow and others to the mass mind. They even mention Scientology and yoga and LSD. What? That's why I'm telling you, their idea of the future is giant festivals. Is this what I'm trying to think of? It's been bugging me. The shaman? Is that his name? Yes, this is a techno dude. Yes, this is a 90s techno dude. I was trying to remember. Yeah, he had one song I liked. And it was like, but it had to do with global consciousness or something like that. But I know nobody cares about forgotten 90s techno, but whatever, dude. Yes, this is it. Oh man, I haven't thought about this in forever, dude. Oh, I had this album. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Anyway. I mean, this dude was way ahead of the time, right? Like, he was like, people think they're shamans now on Instagram. And like, the shaman and Terrence McKenna. Look at that, dude.
We can build a kind.
Oh.
We can build.
Oh, no. Don't give me that retard. I'm not even in the mood to do my Terrence McKenna impression, but somebody dubbed Terrence McKenna over his techno. I can't believe they're actually saying like Scientology is like, here's what should be promoted as aids to the transition to where we're going in this dystopia. Group dynamics. No, hush up. Group dynamics. That's mind control. That's Tavistock. Cynetics. I don't know what that is. Psychosynthesis. LSD. Integral yoga. Self-hypnosis. I like how everybody tacks on their own brand of yoga. Like there's not, I mean, was the original yoga not good enough? Like, oh, you know, I gotta have hot yoga. No, I gotta have hot, naked Pepsi Cola yoga. It's like, no, you gotta have hot yoga naked, but with goats walking on your back. There's actually a yoga like that. It's like, how many yogas could there even be? Self-hypnosis, biofeedback. By the way, I'm not saying every one of these is bad. It's just funny that they list all this crazy shit together. Scientology, like what? It's just a weird mix. And then they say all of this can help prepare groups and individuals for set and setting. That's Tim Leary, prepare for the acid trip stuff, right? So that's literally what they're saying. Like, this is page 151. So you thought the boomer psychedelic initiation stuff ended in the counterculture. No, they continued it on for the bureaucrat CEO class out of Stanford Research, even up into the 80s. Joseph Campbell has observed, this is citing him, that we need new gods and new heroes. That's the effective means by which we transition into the we don't want a technocratic dystopia. We want a technocratic coom future. The coomtopia. Even though the book doesn't even talk about sex, which is weird. But Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita, all of these can also be helpful. This is page 154. And the intense studies that have been done of myths and fascist regimes can help, they say on page 155, to avoid the dystopia being a fascist dystopia, right? So not 1984, which is based on Ingsoc combined with Ingsoc's based on Fabian socialism, but also the book is based partly on Stalinism too. Well, but if everybody's just going to festivals, maybe we can have a cool dystopia, not a shitty dystopia. Some of the entities that will help, this is crazy, page 159. Some of the institutions that will help transition us into this, Club of Rome. Wow. Yes. Mentioned on page 159. And the World Council of Churches. I couldn't believe they actually mentioned that in here. There it is right here. Club of Rome, World Council of Churches. What can bring us to the faking gay era, the faking gay aeon? These are the means by which we will boost ourselves to the faking gay aeon as we drink Boost together with our senior citizen boomer slaves in the basement. Guys, if you would like to support the stream through Super Chats, you can do so through Streamlabs, preferably. But you can also Super Chat through YouTube. Oh, we got us some generous people tonight. Making my life easier, making the work easier. Thank you so much. We got the generosities rolling. Anonymous says for $5, I love you and Jamie. Well, I hope you're wearing your Guy Fawkes mask, Anonymous. We love you too. Onyx Rock, $5. When are you going to do a Funko Pop Part 2? What about stream reparations? Y'all pay reparations to me because I identify as a person of color. So you pay reparations to me. That's how this works. Duh. Funko Pop Part 2. I mean, It's kind of a classic on its own. Does it need a part two? I feel like it would cheapen the value of the original to do a Funko Pop part two. I don't know about that. I did play the Funko Pop song for Kat Von D, and well, let's just say she had never experienced anything like that. Her mind was blown. Groove Monster, $10. You're killing it as always. Thank you for all your hard work. I'm glad that somebody recognizes the hard work that we do. You know, it's not all shits and giggles. It's a lot of shit and a lot of giggles, but it's not all shits and giggles. It's a lot of work. You better work. Okay, it's RuPaul philosophy around here. RuPaul, Rand Paul, Ron Paul, who cares? It's all the same. Well, we got to do a drag race. Well, we got to audit the Fed. Ron Paul. AI World Champion, $5. Get this young man the 9 volts that he needs. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear a chirp? When I come home, anytime I travel, I change every 9 volt in every ceiling chirper. That's why you never hear it chirping. Because every time I leave the house, I come back, I got a bag of 9 volts. I do it up. The whole house gets did up. I go next door and I offer to do it. So stop being racist. Silva Ogre, $20. An orange chat for part 2 on a $2,000 book. What a bargain. Yeah. Who else is doing your homework for you? Nobody. That's why you pay. We got a racket running, dude. This is a high school level racket. I'm like the nerd in that class. You just pay me to read your books for you, dude. I do your homework for you. Oh, we got AI now. AI is still faking gay, dude. It gets half that shit wrong. I asked AI the other day. It was Gemini, and by the way, the same with the other ones. It's not just Gemini. ChatGPT too. The first time I put on ChatGPT, I was like, "Who is Jay Dyer?" Jay Dyer is essentially a figure like Jordan Peterson. It's like, what? He believes that all of reality is myths and symbols. Like, not really. I mean, what? It was way off. Okay. I asked Gemini, that was about Jackie Onassis. Some question about Jackie Onassis. I forget what it was. And then 5 minutes later, asked the same question. They gave the opposite answer. I kid you not. I think I screenshotted it too. So all of you dum-dums relying on AI, dude, that shit is weak and wrong as it's terrible. It's not even that good. I mean, I could understand the temptation to rely on AI if it was like awesome. And the only thing it's really helped me do is tech stuff, because I hate this nerd tech shit. Like, if I get a camera, when I bought this Sony EV, whatever, the AI helped me within one night figure all this crap out to get it working. That's all it's worth. That's it. Everything else is trash. It's worse than the internet in 2016, when you could actually use a search engine to find options so that you could do your own research. I don't want this centralized, gay robot deciding what I need to hear and what is true. It's so stupid. And it doesn't even work, man. It still gets like basic shit wrong within 5 minutes. It'll contradict. So everybody relying on AI is just it's gay eye, dude. You're gonna be dumber than everybody else, and you will, not go into the future because you're too dumb. By the way, yes, it's a $2,000 book on Amazon, but nobody's going to pay $2,000 for this book. Cope? How am I coping? By explaining to you what AI really is. It makes up shit all the time. It gets stuff wrong all the time. Well, just wait till it's singularity happens and it comes alive. Yeah. You believe that code will come alive, right? But you also believe that God's existence don't. You're stupid, dude. Imagine believing that God's existence makes no sense, But math problems come alive. Math problems don't come alive, you retort. The code is gonna come alive. It's gonna become Skynet. Yeah, whatever, dude. Hyper prior $5. Jay, I'm sending you $5. This proves I'm not a poor, but it's $5, but I'm also not a rich. That would be a pro. You're a pro. You're a working class man. You're a blue collar person. You wear a jean outfit from head to toe, perhaps even blue jean underwear and socks, perhaps, because you're in the factory, you're in the mines, okay? You're down there looking for the ore. If you didn't get the ore, society wouldn't function. We need you. We love our blue class people, blue collar working people. We love y'all, okay? So everybody can take it. The great thing about this channel is everybody can take a joke, including myself. Look, I got an F-toe tooth. Got a revel tooth. Ah, look at that nose too. This is what I'm into. Everybody should have played basketball, because if you were on the basketball team, you would have got roasted, and then you wouldn't be such a wuss, dude. You would have survived the roasting, and you would be a strong, confident male. But nobody played basketball. Everybody was a gay theater kid. And now the whole world is run by nerds and gay theater kids, and everything's based on feelies, and you can't make fun of anybody anymore. So everything sucks. Whatever. Screw it. Around here, though, it's still roasting time, and we love it. You just roast, man. Roast. I don't care. Dude, you might as well not care, because every day, if you're on the internets, you're going to get roasted every day. People are going to be making fun of you. Whoa, welcome to adulthood, dude. Welcome to the world, bro. You're going to get made fun of. The key is to embrace it. That's how you win. You embrace getting made fun of. You got to roll with it. You got to take your time. You got to say what you say. You do, though. Round here. Yeah, exactly. Feminine energy. How is it feminine energy to roll with being made fun of and to roast? A gay cop. I'm a hot cop, dude. Y'all can't even roast. Look, I'm gonna have to take y'all to roasting school. I remember like 3 years ago we did a live stream, and I begged the chat to roast me, and y'all were maybe it's a different crowd of people, but y'all were weak sauce, dude. Gay liar. Oh, come on now. That one's played out, dude. At least you could at least roll with J Diarrhea. That's what I got in grade school. Gay liar. That's like second grade, dude. Get a little more creative. Come on. Y'all can roast me. I mean, it's hard to roast a hot cop, though. What are you gonna say? Oh, he said he's the booty police because he's gay. He likes butts. Like what? Like there's nowhere to go. You're stuck. You're arrested development in your joke development. You're a butthead. You have a bad beard. One time we went to the carnival, Jamie and I, and do they have the clowns that roast people? Do you have that? Sometimes I talk about this, and people have no idea what I'm talking about. What are you talking about, clowns that roast people? Like, yes, at the carnival, there's usually a clown that sits on the dunking booth, and he roasts the crowd because he's trying to piss you off so that you'll throw the ball to make him fall in the water, right? And like apparently a lot of people have never heard of this, but I've always liked the roasting clown because it was usually a black dude that would just say the most ridiculous, stupid shit. It wasn't funny, but it was so bad it was funny. And he would do this weird laugh. It was a black dude as a clown that would sit on a dunking booth inside of a cage, so you couldn't like get at him or nothing, right? Like, if he really got you mad, but like it was all just like fat mama jokes, and he would look at that dude over there, look
look at that dude over there. Look at his mama so fat. Oh, look at that dude. He mad because I'm making fun of his mama, his girlfriend. Look at his girlfriend. He's so big. He can't even make love to her.
Right? I'm not kidding. That's exactly what it was. A black dude clown. And he would do that laugh. And it actually worked because there was always a line trying to dunk that black dude. Well, the last time we went, it was a fat white dude, and he said I was a weird beard.
Look at that dude over there with a weird beard.
So that's the last time I got publicly roasted. It was by the dunking clown. And he called me weird beard. I was like, okay. Not bad, I guess. Weird beard. I mean, it rhymes. It's kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. What do y'all think? A toast to weird beard. This is not wine or dishwater. It is cold brew in a previously emptied bubble water. So just letting you know, oh, he drinks alcohol now. I don't drink alcohol. I don't like alcohol. So try again, haters. Groove Monster, $10. Ask for prayers, especially from everybody in the audience. Groove Monster says his Roquor Church is setting up the first parish on the island of Kauai. A lot of different ways to say that one. In 200 years, the property was just bought. We got a lot of work to do. Well, I suggest not building it out of reeds and vines and coconuts. Don't follow the Gilligan's Island model for your Roquor Church. But everybody pray for Groove Monster for his church in Kauai. I'm guessing that's somewhere next to Hawaii because it sounds like Hawaii. Ice Wolf, RSD 500. I have no idea what RSD is, but I'm going to bet it's a currency that equals a penny. But thank you for 500 of them. Where are all the super cathers at? Nelly, it's getting hot in here. Nelly says for $1. Jay, I've been listening. I figured I should start coughing up money. So he sends $1. Bro, just keep $1. If you got a super chat $1, just keep it, man. You got other duties to attend to, other priorities. However, I am reading Carol Quigley, and I'm reading the Johann Ratu book. Quigley is too brutal. Thank you. Well, that's why, guys, I did the lecture for you. I know 95 to 99% of y'all are not going to read Treasuring Hope. It's okay. Very few people can do that. I did it for you. And you can still, in the member section of Jay's Analysis or on YouTube here, get access to the paid full lectures. Now everybody's gonna super chat $1 just to spite me. Just to spite me. D's 145. D's nuts. $100. Look at that. He's winning the super chat tonight. He says, I got baptized in the church after a long year of catechism. The journey start was heavily influenced by the mighty J. Dyer. Thank you, sir. Well, you don't have to call me the mighty J. Just call me hot, dude. Just call me just the sexy cop, J. Oh, Nelly sends $100. He sends $1 and $199. Together, that's $100. Nelly, thank you so much, man. I thought you was over here just what's your song? The jury shop. He took $100 out of the jury shop to making grills to pay my bills. Find a jury shop and tell them make me a grill. Thank you, Nelly. And put some clothes on. I meant to send you $100, Jay. Sorry, this shit is new to me. That's okay. Anybody named Nelly is welcome around in these parts. Especially if you in the rap game, son. Blockhead, $10. I've been struggling with atheism. Especially, I forgot I'm sick until right now. Especially when I come across a rebuttal. Are you saying you struggle with your atheism or you're tempted with atheism? How do you handle this? But I don't understand whether you're the atheist or you're challenged by it. But anyway, I mean, tag destroys atheism. I mean, even if, let's say for the sake of argument, Christianity is not true, like how is atheism true? Just take the argument, just take tag and be like, okay, what could even make that work? I mean, again, remember, atheism is the most irrational position because it basically makes no justification for any knowledge claim, any ethical claim, anything metaphysics. It tosses out all metaphysics. Okay, so if we toss all that out, then basically we're just at nihilism. So are we going to read Camus and unalive ourselves? I mean, what, like, it's just this, it's the end of it. There's nothing there. It's the dead end. So but if there's no logic, if there's no reasoning, then there was no reason to get to atheism. See how silly that is? What do I mean by tag? I mean the transcendental argument for God. Now, if you go to my front page of my channel, you'll scroll down and you'll see. I may have to get me a cough drop here in a second. I apologize, boys and girls. I won't have to have a cough drop to finish this book. There's also, I think, a helpful lecture series that we have down here on metaphysics. Traditional philosophy and metaphysics episodes. This is also helpful. So I would say, oh, I'm struggling with atheism. Okay, well, watch Numbers Prove God talk. That's a pretty good one. And you could watch God's Existence and the Natural Revelation in the Logi. You could watch Nihilism, Roots of the Revolution. Dr. Lyle's talk, Science and Biblical Creation, is really good. God's Existence and Transcendental Arguments right here is good. I don't know why this Gnostic talk is in here. That doesn't make any sense. But also this old talk I did on numerology and sacred geometry is actually pretty good too. I forgot about that. So I would say within this playlist, those are probably some talks that would that you would find helpful. PK became a member. AI World Champion, $5. We did that. Austin Rain, $5. Did Jay just bully me into giving money? Yes. But that's a good thing. Rui Texiera, 10 pounds. I'm happy to see you in a good mood. When am I not in a good mood? You understand that even if I am in a heated debate and I'm sassing it up, I'm still in a good mood. But thank you. None of your business, $5. So basically, the book is about world government. God already made a point to not do that Tower of Babel thing. Exactly. Yeah, this is basically, let's do the Tower of Babel. Even though, like, we shouldn't do it, we should do it anyway. That's it right there. Pennywets, $5. I'm here for all the post-it notes in the book. A British man contacted me today and said, "How might I study, sir?" "Good, sir. Please, sir. Could you tell me how to study, sir?" And I said, "Write in your book and make notes on stickies." "Good, sir. I shan't dare write in my book, sir." I'm like, you should write in the books. That's how you're going to memorize it, dude. Also, it gives your book some flavor, some color. Well, I will be honest. When I first got this $2,000 book, I wasn't going to write on it, and I was like, I don't care. because I mean, I autographed. It's all gonna be worth more anyway because I autographed it. So this is a special case. Oh, by the way, I thought this was an interesting point that we should mention. I was surprised to see the book actually literally says what you hear me say all the time about creating dialectics. On page 164, they say, we'll create idealized polarity in dialectics. This will help manage the future society. So let's go now to the plan and what they say in the plan for every area of life and what the goal is for these areas in the new image of man, the new icon of man that they're constructing. Well, Lockean man, John Locke, Enlightenment, right? Tabula rasa. For John Locke, the pre-social condition of the human being was not mutual hostility, but tolerance. Nor was man's social contract a surrender pact drawn up between the people and the sovereign. It was a limited agreement. So they want to say some sort of social contract and return to that for the social order. In economics, we want an emergent humanistic capitalism. This will replace the idea of growth. So a capitalism that is not based around growth, I mean, what the hell is that? It makes no sense. But by the way, later in the book, they actually say it's a new socialism. So they just come out and say, we want a new socialism. Humanistic capitalism is not, that's just socialism. They'll explain it later in the book. This includes not just growing in terms of the economy and wealth, it also means stagnating human growth, human population growth. So economy must stagnate in order to stagnate human growth. That's what they say. In terms of the worldview, the metaphysic, the position, the system will be the perennial philosophy. And they cite Huxley's perennial philosophy, which you've heard me mention many, many times. We will go into the traditional lore of all the primitive peoples of all the planet and perhaps construct an eco-ethic and an eco-religion. In terms of ethics, we must also have not just eco-ethics, but the idea that there are no more borders. There's no other. There's not us and them. There's not Russia and America or the West and the East. There's only the global planetary citizenship, page 167. And that means no borders. No longer will there be an emphasis on the era of the post-Enlightenment, post-laissez-faire, Adam Smith, David Ricardo idea of atomistic individualism and laissez-faire economics. No, it's going to be holism and the possibility of what they call techno-urban fascism, but they don't want it to be 1984. It mentions social credit. There are possibilities where if this goes in the 1984 direction, it might be a friendly fascism. They're calling it that, where it's a Brave New World technocracy mixed with 1984, where the application of military surveillance technologies create an urban police surveillance system. There might be the utilization of mass behavior-changing drugs and operant conditioning in all of the schools. That's where we are. Government control of all of the news. Personality screening. Keeping files on pre-delinquent children. And reporting children to local, state, and federal authorities through cross-correlation computer-based files containing personal data, including credit scores, tax status, insurance, criminal records, and education. So basically a giant social credit score. Page 171. Oh, and also limited access to self-initiating hallucinogenic drugs. Yes, you heard me right. That's Brave New World, dude. The evolutionary transformationist image is what they're after. No longer will it be life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is life, liberty, and the pursuit of self-actualization within an eco-ethic. 173. Dude, talk about fake and gay. The central educational task fostered by this paideia was the search for the divine center. In the post-industrial society, it would differ from that of Athens in many respects. Its slaves will be machines with the Faustian powers of technology. So it's claiming that in the technocracy that they set up, we will enslave the machines to work for us, and it'll be this sort of AI, cybernetic, technocratic system. The corporations, they say, will be above the nation states. That's crazy. And that's page 174, 175. So basically, they're like wargaming and planning out which directions it could go. So it could be a full-on 1984 technocracy that's abusive. It could be a middle of the road, what they call friendly fascism, or it could be the Brave New World, control everybody through drugs and orgies scenario. Now, this is crazy because I didn't expect this. On page 184 and 185, they talk about what's the symbol that could unite and embody this religion of the future, this aeon of the future. Lo and behold, they went into the conspiracy classics, and they literally say on page 185, the new aeon, the new religion, can utilize the all-seeing eye of the dollar bill as its ultimate paradigmatic symbol. I couldn't believe they actually said that. I mean, that's like, this is like conspiracy 101 classics. They're back. Why that? Well, in this version of the transcendental image, the emphasis is put on the creative work of the individual. In Freemasonry, or true Freemasonry, there is only one lodge, which is the universe. Thus, we are all brothers in a universal brotherhood of everything that exists. Every person has the privilege of labor, joining then with the great architect, the fake god of Masonry, in building noble structures that serve the, quote, divine plan. What God? What's the divine? Like, it does. All this stuff is always super vague and generic stuff. They never say, like, what God is this? Like Satan? Like, what God are we talking about? What is the plan? In this version of the new transcendentalism, and perhaps more than any other version imported from the East, it has the potentiality of reactivating the Americanist symbols, to reinterpret the work ethic, to reinterpret the concepts of free enterprise and democracy, to give new meanings for the techno thrust. The techno thrust. That sounds like something to do with sex bots, but at the same time compatible with other indigenous parts of the globe. Oh, that's so sweet that it's going to be compatible with indigenous peoples. That's so like ego death, bro. There will be resistance to change, but if we can find a way to transition smoothly to this era under the all-seeing eye of Americanism, yes, that's what they say. This new emerging image of man is the all-seeing eye. There you go. That's it. And they bring up Freemasonry again. I mean, I didn't. It's like even though I've read dozens of these global elite texts, as you guys all know, we've lectured through them on this channel for many years, 10 years now. Even I'm at times surprised at the areas where the admissions are like just flat out. Oh yeah, it's like a New Age Freemasonic. That doesn't mean Freemasons are controlling everything. It means use those symbols everywhere so the transition can come. And they say it'll be like a psychotic break that will then give rise to the new socialism. That's what they call it. Page 191, the new socialism. The new socialism will bring a new society based around new scarcity. And this reminded me of that H.G. Wells book. And I can't remember if it was in Open Conspiracy or New World Order. It's in one of the two books where he says, H.G. Wells, who was a high-level Marxist, high-level Masonic Marxist, he actually chides the other Marxists and he says, stop worrying about capitalism, you idiots. He says capitalism is the thing that will build the global government that the socialists will take over. Changing Images of Man basically says the same thing, that global monopoly capitalism is what will bring communism. By the way, that's also what is implied in the Rakovsky interrogation of the Red Symphony, which is pretty interesting. In other words, if I had to fully conspiracy theorize, if those documents are true, if the Rakovsky interrogation is true, and if H.G. Wells is accurate, and if this is so, in other words, the highest level of the social engineer Rothschild elite, because if the Rakovsky interrogation is right, he and Sidney Riley were literal agents of the Rothschilds, and that's who's running shit, right? According to, if that's right. The Rakovsky interrogation also says that capitalism and communism are not real enemies. Capitalism builds the global government that communism takes over. That's the real conspiracy, if the Red Symphony document is accurate, and I tend to think it is, because it's so. Some of the details in that are accurate. So, a planetary technocracy giving rise to a planetary socialism. Holistic, ecological ethic, self-realization, integrated, communal types of thinking and living. That is the future. That is the end goal. That is the plan. So, everything that we've talked about for all these years. There you go. That is Changing Images of Man. I hope you enjoyed parts 1 and part 2. This will be a members talk because it's just easier to kind of do it this way where people come to the live stream, but it's immediately for members. Thank you guys for the support. Chris says for $10, thank you. I love your show, Jay. Well, thank you, Chris. Guys, remember we have a show sponsor, and it is the best in supplementation on the internet. It is chalk.com, CHOQ.com. Head on over to chalk.com right now and use the promo code JAY40 to get 40% off all of the excellent products. That's not chalk. Where did it go? It's right here. Including that performance stack. It's gym adjacent. It's not PP pills, dude. We ain't got no problem with that over here. It's gym adjacent. That means that the Chad mode is a pre-workout. It means that the Tonkat Elite will boost testosterone, proven in studies to do so. Use the promo code JAY40 to get 40% off, or you can also put in a subscription discount of J44 Life. That's JAY44LIFE to get 44% off all those great chalk products coming on the regular, so you don't have to keep putting the orders in every month. They'll just come to you on a monthly basis, but you can also cancel at any time. Chalk.com. And I think most guys are going to really enjoy the performance tag. You don't have to get that. You can, of course, buy into the products on their own, including the Tonkat Elite or the Seven Wonders, the Ashwagandha, you name it. Whatever fits your need If it's for focus, mental clarity, that's great. In terms of ashwagandha, it's made for that. If it's overall a mineral deficiency, there's the 7 wonders. If it's lady issues with hormones and whatnot, well, Irish moss helps with that. So you can get all of those chalk products over there. Journey of Abundance says, does chalk cure liberalism? Yes, it actually gets rid of the soy midichlorians. Many of you soy men are filled with midichlorians, and it will flush the midichlorians out. Cashed down Bogon, $8. The joke is on you. This is actually fake Aussie money. $7, mate. $7. Maria Z. Boomer Slayer, $20. My man's, he took the dirt sandwich right out of my baby's mouth. I'm sorry, but the $20 coming over here to my Bitcoin fund is more important than the dirt sandwiches that your babies eat. I'm sorry. That's just I'm teaching you the hard lessons of life. ZTBH, $20. Thank you for what you do. I've been learning a lot every day. That's good. I'm going to attend a liturgy. I'm going to a Rocor parish. Thank you. Particularly you, Jim Bob, Andrew Wilson, Father Deacon Ananias. Awesome. Appreciate that. ZTBH. Good news, man. Welcome. Mudworks. I don't know what to put in the chat. I just want to give some attention and get a kind of a dopamine hit, so I don't have to keep going back to my free basing of Israeli heroines. Okay. H. Brazi says, there was a real thing where women's, I don't like men's no more. I like women's, where women waste their husbands' OnlyFans money to do yoga with puppies and baby goats. Women are hilarious, but not in a good way. Women waste their husbands or their OnlyFans money doing yoga with puppies or baby goats. Well, maybe my OnlyFans, I'm going to start doing that then. I'm going to have a puppy and a baby goat, and I'm going to put them in yoga pants, and that's my OnlyFans. How's that? Jonathan Kelly, $5. The solution in 1984 is Brave New World. All true patriots touch butts and only touch butts. Exactly. Josiah Eliron, $20. God bless you, Jay. Reading your books that you signed at the Athens and Jerusalem conference. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. Yeah, we had a great conference. I forgot to catch y'all up on what all we did. So yeah, we had a pretty packed Thanksgiving break, right? We had this huge interview, and I knew it was going to be a big one. I'm so glad that it dropped. Check this out. Almost 500,000. Look at that right there. Booyah. Almost 500,000, dude. What? Be sure and go check out right there on this website. That half a million. Heifer. That heifer got 500,000. Me and Gerald over here on Steven Crowder, baby. Right here. Look at that. Boom. Now, Peoples was making fun of my outfit, which is okay. You're allowed to roast me. Because when I sat in that, you sink into that chair, right? You sink into it, and it always just makes my jacket go like this. But the reason I bring it up is because I thought I looked pretty smooth that day. But then the comments were roasting my jacket being buttoned, which I thought was funny. But the funniest comment was another dude saying to all the other dudes roasting the jacket, like, are you dudes or chicks? Dudes don't roast fashion unless you're Skittles. I thought that was funny. But anyway, let's get this to 500,000. If he gets to 500,000, then they're like, okay, he gets an audience. People want to hear him talk. So you guys got to help me out. Everybody says, go on this show, go on that. You got to help me get on the shows, man. If I just DM somebody and say, let me come on your show, please, please, I look pathetic. The only way to get on shows is y'all in the comments saying, let this hot ass wigger on your show. It's Wigger Winter, and Jay Dyer is the emperor of Wigxanthium. Get him on. That's how I'm going to get on PBD. Old Scam Shamoon. Dude, I ain't
Kinda
fat.
cold
What the fuck you talking about? Ain't no fat. There's no fat here, dude. It's literally because I'm sunk down in the chair, dude.
Weird stuff. This is, upper.
This is a shirt underneath a jacket. And if I'm standing up, the jacket looks fine. It's because I'm slinked down in a chair, dummy.
I mean, the Calvin eventually.
Anyways, there was something else I was going to say. I forgot what it was. Oh, this was cool. You think I'm fat? Dude, look at this. I don't want to ding the copyright. Oh, look at that. See? See me standing up? It's svelte, dude. There's no fat. Look at that. Straight svelte, zero fat. It's just because of sitting in these stupid podcast chairs, you look like you're all slumped over and chunky. It's not true. It's beautiful. Let me see if I can find another clip to prove my point. Where are we at? Oh, that's somebody else's profile. Oh, dang it. But to move on to the next point, yes, we had an awesome time hanging out with Kat Von D. When you meet a famous person, you're kind of like, what's the appropriate etiquette? I don't know. You never know what the appropriate etiquette is for pictures and posting on social media. And it's just a nightmare to try because everybody's different. You talk to one person, they're like, don't take a picture with me. Don't put this up. And then the next person's like, why didn't you put up more pictures? Why don't we take more pictures? I don't know. Everybody's got these different standards and like, it's just, who knows? You can't keep up with it. But we were invited over to Kat Von D's house. We had a great time. She was awesome. She was really fun, funny, serious about Orthodox. She was really cool, very hospitable, very smart, very business savvy. And she was like, let's take let's do something weird. We're going to swipe the camera and be weird. Okay, well, I can do that. And Jamie, I thought this was cool. She looks over at me. But look at that. Look at this. No, there's no fat. It's all svelte and beautiful. Hot cop, totally. And then this is Kate from Dirt Poor Robins with Kat Von D's hairless Sphinx cat, which that thing was an interesting creature. And then Neil doing the piece. So it went from punch to piece, which I didn't even catch that at the time. But yes, we had a great time. She was very hospitable. Kat Von D allowed us to stay the night in her Tim Burton mansion, which was crazy. It's awesome. It's like out of a Tim Burton movie. It's like Edward Scissorhands come to life, dude. Every room is like this wild. Well, let me show you. Now, this is her previous house, but it will give you an idea of what we're talking about here. I've never been to a person's house that was, this was like, whoa, dude, this is wow.
In 2021, Kat Von D announced she would be closing her famous tattoo parlor in Los Angeles after 14 years and moving to Indiana for a quieter life with her husband, Raphael.
Now, we didn't get to meet Raphael yet. He had to go do a video, but so we went to her house, right? But I want you to see the previous house because it's basically like, it's crazy, dude. Like in a fun way, right? It's like a movie come to life. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So this is the exterior of this house that was in Cheaper by the Dozen or something. We're going to get to the false union with Rome tomorrow probably or whatever, because tonight I wanted to finally I owed everybody the part 2 of this. So we did Strangers Thing. That was my joke, dude, on Twitter. I thought I had a zinger. I said, dude, Stranger Things went so gay, they're going to have to call it Stranger's Thing. Now, give you an idea of her architectural tastes, which are interesting. So she turned that pool into a red pool. It looks like a Purplesaurus Rex pool. Like the Kool-Aid man's gonna bust out of there, right? Look at that, dude. That's crazy. Now, this is the old house, but I'm saying this gives you an idea of what the new house was like. Victorian bed, but the new house is way more gothic, dude. It's like straight up. Yeah, it looks like this. Like, whoa, dude. Where am I? What world am I in? Am I tripping acid and watching Edward Scissorhands right now? What's happening? Now look at that library, dude. That looks like a library on the Black Pearl. Like if the Black Pearl had a library, dude. That looks crazy. Look at that. That looks pretty awesome. Now, the new house is still in progress. Anyway, you get the idea, right? So the new house looks like that from the outside. It's crazy, dude. Anyway, she was very cool, very hospitable. We went to church the next day. Neil and Kate came. It was a lot of fun. And she was kind enough to, because she didn't have to do it. Okay, she has a massive Instagram. She's got 10 million followers on Instagram. And then she put us up here on her Instagram right here, right? By the way, I didn't actually think she was going to do this. I thought when she was saying, "Oh, let's film a little reel," I was like, "Okay, for what?" I did not think she was going to put this on her Instagram. Like, I was like, "What?" Oh, okay, dang. But there's her cat right there. See that cat? That's her with Stephen Baldwin too, by the way, and he was just on Jamie Kennedy too, not too long ago. But she put this on Instagram, dude. It's already had 500,000 views, dude. I was like, dang, I did not expect that. So shout out to her, dude. She was, and none of this would have happened either if we hadn't been invited by Neil and Kate. Not Kate plus 8. Neil and Kate from Dirt Poor Robins. And they were kind enough to let us fly up there with them. So it was cool. So here we are, full drug lord, full Tony Montana, full Scarface, on a damn jet, loading up kilos, right? We had a blast, dude. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. Dude, look at that. I mean, it was just, I feel like I've been in an acid trip maybe the last 10 years. I don't even know what's going on, dude. I'm starting to wonder, like, what's even real. I did not think I would, you're going to fly over here with these people, and then we'll go up to Kat Von D's Tim Burton mansion. Like, what dimension is this, dude? What the heck is going on? This is crazy, dude. But anyway, she was really cool. Now, there might be perhaps a podcast in the future. We'll see. I'm a little nervous because I feel like what I talk about is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's still perceived by a lot of people as crazy. Not her. I think she likes what we talk about for sure. But you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, do I want to? Is what I talk about too crazy? I don't know. We'll see. But there might be a podcast. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Argus, $10. Thank you for shits and giggles. That's the vibe I like. Austin, forget AI. We got JI. That's it. There we go. You got a living JI. You got J intelligence. JI. You don't need gay eye. True 41C. Mr. Dyer, like when are we going to get to the totally serious part? This is it, dude. I hope you enjoyed it. The Cheap Chimp, $10. This is for Jay's Bitcoin Boomer Running Man future. I actually like the new Running Man. I'm probably alone in that. I mean, there's a little bit of, Stephen King nonsense in it, but I thought it was a fun redo update. I like both Running Mans. So I had a good time. Jay about to blow up, act like he don't know nobody. I'm going to go full Jody High Roller. Josiah Aliron gifted memberships. Thank you so much. By the way, we passed 1,000 memberships on YouTube. Thank you guys. That's awesome. I think we're up to like 1,030 or 40. Much appreciated, y'all. Also, by the way, Noah Cat Von D did not pay me to like promote her. She doesn't like. I don't have a big enough audience that would have even do anything anyway. But I do like her music, so I've been listening to quite a bit of her music recently since we went to meet her, obviously. But it's the vibe that we do around here. It's like dark synth. I like that stuff. So probably I'm guessing the most successful of the recent songs is the Vampire Love song. Very catchy, synth pop vibe. I like that one. And then the other one that I liked immediately was the Set Myself on Fire one. That's got a very kind of Nine Inch Nails-y kind of dark synth thing going. Anyway, you get the idea. If you like the type of music that you hear on my channel, you will be, I think, impressed with her music, and I think you'll enjoy it. I've been listening to quite a bit of it lately. And no, again, I was not offered any payment to promote or anything like that. Program Johnny, $2. Where do you recommend buying Orthodox icons? Uncut Mountain. BCJ, $5. Jay, are you still backed up on book shipments? I ordered a book a few weeks ago, bro. That's soon. We are. So there's about 400 plus, and we're over 200 of them. So we've gotten through one half. We are through over. I can't figure out how to say this. We have done more than one half of the 400. So we got about 170 to go. So it's just me and Jamie though. Like I didn't got a shipping department except for the boomers slaves that live in the basement. That's a joke. So you're going to get your books. I promise. Augie Miller, $10. Wait, AU Wingom Miller. What the heck of a name is that? $10. You look like the guy who turns his shoes into sandals. Boom, roasted. Dang, dude, it's getting hot in here. Y'all are roasting me with these freaking. This is the kind of jokes that like a 6-year-old kid tells at dinner that everybody laughs at. ZTV member, what's up? Y'all, $10. You look like a 70 star cast from Super Troopers. Wait, you look like a 70 star. The cast from Super Troopers had a baby. Boom, roasted. Y'all's jokes are weird as hell, dude. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Jamie's in there cracking up. Like, I think the weirdness of the roasting is you get points just because it's weird as hell and I have no idea what you're talking about. That's a unique way to roast people. Just say some weird shit. They have no idea what you're talking about. And be like, then they go home thinking about what you said. Like, man, did that dude just say total gibberish? Or did he like roast me in some high tier way I don't even understand? That's kind of genius, actually. BC, no. Jonathan Kelly, $5. You're not covering real conspiracies. You need to get Jamie Kennedy on to talk about the air conditioning conspiracy. That was a funny clip. I saw that.
Dude, air conditioning.
Funny story. Jamie Kennedy messaged me today and he goes,
Dude, do you know the Phoenix guy?
And I'm like, the Phoenix guy? What are you talking about? And I couldn't figure out who he's talking about. He's like, here, I'll show you the profile. And he sends me the profile of a dude from like a Netflix executive or somebody. And he's like, this guy says he knows you. And I'm like, I don't know anybody that works at Netflix. What the heck is he talking about? And then I realized, oh, he's talking about the black Jay Dyer that writes screenplays, right? So Jamie Kennedy thought this guy was talking about,
You're not the black guy.
right? The black. By the way, there was one time a conspiracy theory lunatic. I'm not kidding. This guy, right? The black dude. So Jamie Kennedy thought that the guy he was talking to was talking about me, and he was talking about this guy who writes shows for Netflix. I wish I could have heard this conversation because it sounds like it would have been, like you could hear Jamie Kennedy be like, "Oh yeah, he works with Alex Jones." They'd be like, "No, this black guy does not work with Alex Jones." So there was a conspiracy theorist lunatic years ago. I kid you not. Oh, you guys can't even see the face, right? You could already see where conspiracy lunatics would take this, right? There was a conspiracy theory lunatic dude, forget his name. He used to write for Miami Vice. I kid you not. In the 80s, he was a writer on Miami Vice. I forget this guy's name, Alan something. Anyway, he was exposing everyone in the conspiracy world as, controlled shills, of course, because every conspiracy theorist has to expose everyone else as a controlled shill psyop, right? And his proof, kid you not, that I was a fake shill was this. So in his mind, somehow that is actually me. So that is another reason why I have 25 inward passes and I am a black man. Maybe his name is Alan something. I can't remember his name. But it's an actual conspiracy guy who literally tried to say that I'm a Hollywood shill because I'm that guy. I kid you not. It was full schizo, dude. Full schizo. Snoiler Shart, $5. I watched Zootopia too. It was dripping with esoteric symbolism. It's tied to the Rothschilds and Freemasonry. Zootopia is about Judaism. What? I mean, I've never seen Zootopia, but okay. H. Brazzi, $5. You're getting epistemically roasted. Oh, shit. This is high tier stuff. Not everybody gets it. Okay. All Wing Miller, $5. Jay is the kind of guy to sniff it. Is he talking about cocaine or farts? I have no idea what you're talking about. Iron X, $5. I like the Beach Noir playlist. Beach Noir? Oh, you mean the that stupid AI song. Yeah. I found something that might fit your vibe. Look up Corporate Dreams. I've listened to that. Yeah. I've listened to Corporate Dreams a bunch. The only reason I played that beach one was because it had a James Bond vibe, and I couldn't find any royalty-free stuff that sounded cool that had that. That's why I played that. But this is good. By the way, the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack for Tron Ares was awesome. Dystopian Ranger, $5. I bet Black J Dyer has a better live stream. Shit, this is Black J Dyer's live stream, dummy. Alula, $10. What's up, Wang Haf? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Well, my family ended up sick, so it worked out that we were not going to be able to be back with family for Thanksgiving, and then we went with our friends to Thanksgiving, and then that ended up being over with Kat Von D. So it was just crazy Thanksgiving, but we had a blast. This you'll never forget this Thanksgiving for sure. Thank you though, Alula. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving as well. Hades Undead, $6.07. 6.7. What are you laughing at? I think he put 6.7 there on purpose because of the stupid meme. I mean, that's what I assume. What are you laughing at? Jamie's in there cracking up. What though? What's so funny? What are you laughing at? She's dying laughing about something. I'm making sure I got all the super chats. Anyway, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Props to Kat Von D for the support. And already, it's only been up like a few hours. It's already got 500,000 views. So go to Instagram and share that. Get it to 1 million views, dude. Otherwise, everybody have a good night. A lot of fun. We'll be back to the normal streaming procedures very soon. Probably, I guess, this week. Now we got shows all week. Everybody have a good night.